Thank you very much for letting me interview you on your experience. And I want to start with this moment or the moments just before you started in Professional Coaching Diploma program.
Mm-hmm.
What was the challenge, or what was there are two ways. Either there was a challenge you wanted to grow beyond, and or there was something that you were aspiring to be. What was it?
So for me, actually, I know Elena, which is the other trainer in the academy, already for a few years, and I know she's running this coaching program, and I have been joining her previous workshops. Like I sort of get the idea of coaching, and it always fascinated me because I like personal growth, and I actually toyed with the idea of coaching maybe 2 years before I joined the program, like before you guys actually started the school. That was not, because at that point I was not happy with my job. I want to have a way out. And then I actually thought about the idea of coaching because it always interests me. But then I talked to my husband, still boyfriend back then, and also a very good friend of mine. Both super surprised. And they feel it's not something for me. So I just like put it off. But then I got pregnant, and so I actually signed up to the program, I think when my son was maybe 6 months old. So what happened is, when I got pregnant, and I start to go into my maternity leave. And then I suddenly realized, oh my God, I don't miss my work even one tiny bit. And that was like, when you are working, you quite often, there's always something you enjoy, right? You would tell yourself there's some things I enjoy. But once I stop, that's like very clear sign. I don't miss like anything like to say that I really want to go back there. And that was really a wake up call for myself. And then that was actually when we are going on vacation, we are just driving in a car with my husband. And then he started to talk about, he sees, like I'm not so happy with my previous job. And so, he's just generally discussing like, what do I want to do? I should also think about what I want to do in the future. And then I said, actually, I know you guys have this coaching program. So it's an English program in Munich. And then he's, by that point that he already get to know about coaching much better, also because I kind of coach him at home. So he's super supportive, and it was like, like I think that was probably July, August time frame, and say, I know there's a program starting in October, so we just decided to sign up, and that's it. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. It feels as if you were looking for something meaningful for you, and you already found coaching. This moment of feeling this is not meaningful for me, the job I'm going to start, was the trigger for you.
Yeah, I think at that point I decided to sign up. Like, of course, by then I wouldn't dare to say I want to be a professional coach 100% in the future, right? But I just know that it's something like I feel really pushed towards. It really fascinates me, and I want to do it, even just for myself. Yeah.
What pulled you exactly? You were noticing that was something you wanted. What was it?
Because I'm always interested in personal growth, like to further develop myself. And I was actually reading a lot about psychoanalysis for a long time. But that's something like I have this feeling it doesn't bring me anywhere. Like you understand everything, why it happened, what happened in the past, but it's not moving forward. And through my limited interaction with coaching before, I think what pulls me towards it is always like, there is a very positive side. You have a deeper understanding of yourself, but also like a positive way moving forward. And it seems to be quite practical. Like I can use it on myself. I can use it in a lot of areas. Yeah.
So you have seen that that was something that you wanted. How was your decision to join BeCoach Academy? Apart from that, you knew, Elena, what went into this decision process that in the end came up, yes, I'm joining BeCoach Academy?
I have to be very honest, because it is a program that's available in Munich in English, which is, fantastic. I don't need to travel to London to do it. I think that's actually one of the key problems before when I thought about it, because then there's no program in Munich. I would have to take holidays, go to London. It's a huge effort. So it's great. And also the timeline fits perfectly because it ends right before my maternity leave ends. So like it just like feels like everything falls into place. and I know you guys before I joined your workshops. I trust you.
After you have gone through the program, what has changed for you?
I think overall, not just me, but also for the fellow student, I would dare to say we didn't expect this much at the beginning of the journey compared to what we get at the end. Because I still remember at the very first introduction round, and everyone's like, I'm doing this because I'm interested in it, but I don't think I'm going to, I don't think I will ever be a coach. And and someone in the group is a very successful coach already now, full time. I think maybe one of the biggest changes for me is when we stepped into the coaching. I think we all have this attitude, like of course we all want to grow ourselves, but I was also actually talking with my body coach at the beginning of that it almost feels like everyone comes into that space with the attitude, I'm not good enough. There is something wrong with me. So I have to keep growing myself. And I think that for me, it's maybe the biggest change after the program. I feel like we are all much more at ease with ourselves. And also for me, with going through the program, with all the practice we do, with all the small celebration we have. And and it's really like I really, really grew into believing the fundamental coaching philosophy, which is everyone is a whole person and there is nothing wrong with you. And for me, that's really the single biggest change.
Yeah. How is this new mindset showing its impact in your life right now?
I think one thing is it shows on my clients, because I feel like as a coach, if you believe in that, then you can bring your clients there, right? But if you coach a client from the mindset there is something wrong that need to be fixed, they would never develop that trust in themselves. I think that's one thing. I think I'm a much more relaxed person, because it's in the past it's always like consciously or unconsciously strive for excellence. So like even the body posture, like I always have this body posture when I'm sitting, when I'm walking, I'm leaning forward, and and now it's I have to say, like, it's really like the first time I know what centered means. I know what grounded and centered means. And like I think also I developed more trust with myself, trust with the universe, and things would work out fine. Yeah.
You are I'm getting the sense from you, it's like your being has changed or expanded and centered views.
Yeah.
What other outside impacts do you see comes from your being different now?
I think also, of course, my interaction with my husband, my interaction with my son, it definitely benefits, because I, used to be, I have this nothing should go wrong, this super anxious mind. And I think that's one thing I keep saying, like, if I didn't join the program, I think there is a high chance I get depression after just having a child, because, there are so many things anxious about having a baby. And I don't know where I'm going with my life. I really felt like I probably would go into a depression if I didn't join the program. So I think the program was like, every time when I do coaching, it's such a positive feeling, and it definitely also radiates towards my personal life. And another thing I figured at work is, even though I'm a more laid back at work in a way, because in the past I'm like, everything has to be right, I need to care about everything, this kind of attitude. Now I'm more laid back and trusting others to make mistakes, trusting myself to make mistakes. And I feel like I'm actually achieving bigger impact somehow. Like I'm influencing more through people rather than just me, have to do everything. Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that impact and seeing now the impact that you have created for yourself going through the program. What about the program has contributed the most, or which part actually has created for you this impact?
One is, of course, the what do you call it, curriculum itself? Yeah, the curriculum itself, which is, for me, it's really well structured, and it also goes very deep. Like we talk about values and beliefs, we talk about the, what is called like 7 level of consciousness. It really goes deep into, how humans work, and it's also very practical with different models and different practice. So I think one thing is, of course, is curriculum itself. I really enjoyed. It's really authentic. I really love your guys' styles. So like I think it's like your way of being radiates also towards us, right? Like that's like just really inspiring to see how can I say, like how joyful you are in your being. So that's really inspiring. And another thing is of course all the practice, because we do a lot of coaching practice and also getting feedback from you guys. It was really challenging, I have to say, at the time, especially at the beginning, right? But that really like drills this coaching mindset in me. So for example, at the beginning, like when I review my coaching practice, once we have done a skill practice, I always come up, okay, I need to improve on this and that. And I remember you said like, okay, you are always focusing on the area of improvement. How about the area you are doing well? And it's really like, through actually practicing of celebrating ourselves, and we always start our program with celebration. That really opens the door to start to be a different way of being. Yeah, those are the other things that most impressive for me. Yeah. And of course, I think also like everyone joined the program have similar mindset, and it's really a strong community feel. And yeah, and it's just to be in this authentic place, like you can just be yourself without any judgment, and everyone celebrating each other. Yeah, that's really powerful.
Yeah, thank you for telling. I feel I feel warm and fuzzy.
That's how we feel in the program.
Thank you. So about the program, you already touched a bit of what it was for you. You said the depth, but I wonder what was really surprising about the program for you.
It's like how much you can grow and how much you can trust yourself within such a short period. I still remember the first time you invited a previous student to join us, and she said you should start your practice right away after the first lesson. And we were like, oh my God, we can't do that. This is so scary. Like I would never be that level that you're at. And I have to say that it's definitely uncomfortable, I guess, for everyone at the beginning, right? go out to your friends and practice coaching. I think at the beginning we definitely didn't trust ourselves, but you trusted us, and all the previous students trusted it works, and it works in the end. And I think that was probably the most surprising part for me, is like how don't know if practical is the right word, but like, you know, just follow the process, keep doing it, and you will get there. You would achieve something like you would never imagine you can achieve.
Yeah, trust the process. Trust yourself, trust your coaching, trust the process. You reminded me of this slogan that we keep on repeating.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if I remember correctly, you like metaphors.
Mm-hmm.
So, to end our conversation, I wonder, what metaphor would you describe your experience in the program with?
So what came to my mind is kind of like a garden, but in a way of more like a Chinese design. You know, the Chinese design of a garden is you don't see everything when you enter, which is very different from here. You know, like if you go to, I don't know, like France or Vienna, you see everything, right? The Chinese design of the garden is, when you first enter, there is a big stone in front, you don't see anything. And every step you go, you discover something new. And that for me, it's like the journey with the BeCoach program. Like you decided to step in, you don't exactly know where you are going, but along the way you always discover something fascinating.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah. Thank you. So to conclude, what would you like to say to people who are interested in the program or considering?
Firstly, whoever are interested means they are probably in a similar mindset as us, right? So like they want to grow, they want to be their authentic selves. They also want to create a bigger impact in life, want to impact through people. So one thing I want to say is it's not easy. It's a self-discovery journey. Like of course you need to invest. In the end, I really guarantee you get something much more than you dare to imagine today. I think that's the most important thing. I think a lot of the times when I was toying with the idea of coaching 2 years before I joined the program, I had no idea like where it could lead to me. I have this small interest, but I didn't trust myself to have that shift, right? So I want to say to whoever might be interested, trust your own journey. If you don't feel like you are there yet, it's fine. Just keep discovering it. Don't throw it away. Like if you don't want to sign up to a big program now, but keep joining like different workshops, just get familiarized. So like just associate yourself with the people, and you get what the energy is giving to you. It's better to make a decision. Yeah. And once you feel like you are there, just jump in and trust yourself and trust the program, trust the process.